Welcome to Loreto. We are on the next port stop on our amazing Sapphire Princess cruise. It's a 10-night cruise that left from Los Angeles and is visiting the Mexican Riviera and a few ports in the Sea of Cortez. Now, where we last left off with you, we had gone to Cabo San Lucas and we had an amazing port day. We did the Wild Canyon Park Pass and it was a day full of adventure. We did ATVs, UTVs, horseback riding. It was so fun. The day after that, we had a second visit to Cabo San Lucas. And even though we didn't do a vlog that day, we did have some fun. We met up with an old friend, Jerry. Do you guys remember Jerry from some of our past vlogs where we talked about how to get to Medano Beach? Well, we found Jerry and we went back to Medano Beach. We hadn't been there since kind of the whole COVID shutdown thing. So we took a water taxi over and had a great time. We got some chairs at Billigan's and the boys did what they do and I did what I do. That is right. The boys played in the water, had a blast. The water temperature was beautiful. The waves were gentle. And I did a little bit of that, but also kind of just laid around on the beach. And we enjoyed some delicious coconut fish at our favorite restaurant in Cabo on Medano Beach called Billigan's. Now it's hot right now, you guys. It's September. It is so much more muggy in September in Mexico than a lot of the other months, like the winter months when it's cooler and drier. But today we are going to have some outdoor fun here in Loreto. Yesterday we were in La Paz. We decided to stay on the ship, didn't really have any plans, didn't see any shore excursions that really appealed to us, so we kind of made it a makeshift sea day and just hung out. And today we're excited because we are going to be going on an excursion with Princess Cruises. Let's come on over here. I want to grab my excursion tickets and tell you about it. We're going on an excursion with Princess Cruises called the Catamaran Sail and Snorkel. And we are going to be meeting in 20 minutes in the Princess Theater. I think this is about a 4-hour excursion and we're getting on a catamaran that holds a max of about 15 people and we're going to kind of cruise around the bay and potentially even help to put up the sails. That was in the description. It sounds really fun, and to jump in the water and do some snorkeling. This area is absolutely gorgeous. If you have never been to Loreto and La Paz here on the Sea of Cortez, the waters are calm and lovely and the marine life is so diverse, so beautiful. Last time we were here, I think it was back in maybe 2016, 2017, we took a private boat tour around the bay and enjoyed seeing dolphins, and it's just an incredibly gorgeous area. The way that the mountains are just sort of reddish, and there's these gorgeous crystal blue waters with white sand beaches everywhere. It's just a landscape unlike anywhere else that I've ever seen, so I'm really excited. All right, let's chalk out what we need for this tour. It says, bring a towel, sunscreen and hat, and eco-friendly sunscreen. Meet in the Princess Theater. So we're gonna go pack that shore day bag and head down to the theater and take a tender, I think, to shore and jump on that catamaran. So it took us about an hour to get from the Princess Theater on the tender and all the way to the shore. And once we did, we took a 30-minute bus ride to Marina Puerto Escondido where we caught our beautiful catamaran and we are off to have some fun. most incredible time on our catamaran tour. We went to Isla del Zante, which is across the bay from the little harbor that we showed you when we first arrived. And we got to go to 2 different beautiful little bays and snorkel and swim. And one of them we went all the way to the beach, and on the other we just kind of swam out in an anchored area. Something crazy fun happened. The boys actually decided to try stand-up paddleboarding, but what ended up happening is they were so comfortable that the boat captain allowed them to take the stand-up paddleboards from one bay to the next. It was probably a 30 to 40 minute stand-up paddleboard. We were so proud of Junior. He did a great job and he made it all the way. So we had an incredible time, and then the real craziness started. At the very, very end, a massive squall came in, and we're talking thunder, lightning, and heavy, heavy rain. Everyone on the boat was completely soaking wet. All of our stuff was completely soaking wet, but everyone was just so happy and so excited to have taken part in such an unexpected adventure. So here we are back at the port area. We're gonna go take some showers. We're gonna order some cocktails and snacks through the medallion net, and we're gonna tell you a little bit more about this excursion later, but we only have half an hour, so we gotta get back. It feels super weird to be some of the last people back on the ship, but I think because of the rain, everybody rushed back. So here we are, we've got a tender all to ourselves, and it's raining in town. Dramatic thunder and lightning, so awesome, love this. Just about everything that's happened today has been unexpected. From the incredible catamaran excursion to coming back onto the ship into a major squall and a rainstorm to this rainbow that has just stopped everyone in their tracks on the ship. Everyone who's on an upper deck is just stopping and taking stock of this moment. This is what I love about cruising. I love the unpredictability. I love the beauty. I love the exposure to these moments that we just can't anticipate. You have no idea what's going to happen. So when we get back on the ship, we were enjoying the rainstorm, stopped by, grabbed a couple of drinks at the bar, and we thought, oh, let's go for a dip in the pool. Well, right when that happened, the captain came on and said, folks, there's a tropical storm approaching Puerto Vallarta, and we have to cancel that port call and make it another sea day. Just as that happened, this insanely beautiful rainbow appeared, and it was a double rainbow for a while. It was just one of those moments where you are so happy to be alive and so happy to be able to cruise and to travel. And I think we're gonna be late for dinner, but it was totally worth it. I love it. I love the unpredictability. We had a great night's swim, and now we're gonna go get dressed and try to make it to dinner on time as we're pulling out of absolutely stunning Loreto. This is a beautiful port. If you ever have the opportunity to come to Loreto, try to get out on the water, try to do an excursion that takes you around to the different islands. It's just a beautiful, magical place. Dinner was so good. Classic Princess. So we finally found our groove on this cruise with the dining rooms. What's interesting about Sapphire Princess is there are 4 dining rooms on board. There's the Pacific Moon, the Savoy, the International, and one more that I don't remember. One of them is club class dining. For some reason, the International dining room ended up being our favorite. We kind of found that group of servers that just really resonated with us. It was uncrowded. We found a table by the window. It just felt good. So the thing about Dine My Way is that if you want to, you can kind of make it into traditional dining. One thing I've learned on this cruise is it's probably best to speak up and talk to the maitre d' or the hostesses on night 1 or 2 and just say, you know what? I really like my table. I really like my servers. I want to stay here. If you just speak up and say something, they'll probably just go into the Dine My Way app for you, make a same time reservation for you every evening, and you'll be good to go. We didn't really know that, like the first 3 or 4 nights. And finally, when we figured it out, we're like, oh, this is exactly what we like. We want to have the same waiters. We want to have the same table. It just feels so good. So we really enjoyed dinner. Let's talk about what we ate tonight, because it was exceptionally good. Junior's been like kind of figuring out what he likes, and he found the greatest combination. He got the always available fettuccine Alfredo that Princess offers, and he added salmon to it, which is also always available. I had the coco van. I think it was called like Grandma's Coco Van. Oh, chicken and red wine. It was so good, you guys. So I think we kind of found our groove with our servers. We found our groove with the dinner. It was fantastic. So good. What is so sweet, though, is that our wait staff tonight came around and was doing like mariachi music. I'm thinking like, I heard this music and I'm thinking like, wait, do they hire mariachis to play? No, it was like some of the dining room staff. I don't know how they do it. They were even taking requests. That was so fun. So dinner was amazing. We're having so much fun with the traditional princess experience, including things like paper newsletters. You guys, they still give you the princess patter on your bed every night. You can use the app if you want to. But for those of us who like the classic cruise experience, isn't this so good? And a paper menu isn't so good. It's so good. So we've been enjoying that. Okay, we got to back up though and talk about this day, because it was absolutely not what we expected. So we had booked this catamaran excursion through Princess Cruises. And immediately when we got off the ship, we were like, oh man, we've got a shuttle ride to get there. What is this going to be like? Oh man, we just didn't know what to expect. It just turned out to be the most incredible day of adventure and surprise. We were on a catamaran that is limited to only 15 people. It's a Princess Cruises excursion, so small, intimate, just amazing. I forgot to mention too that after you have hit like your first snorkeling spot in the day, they serve you a nice lunch. They brought out little sandwiches, burritos, quesadillas, guacamole, chips, and of course the drinks are flowing all day. Let me make it clear though, the Catamaran Sail and Snorkel, this is not a booze cruise. But if you want a margarita or two, Diet Coke, Coke, Fresca, water, whatever you want, they're going to keep you really comfortable. This was a really nice, peaceful excursion. There were moments today when we were like, there was this total silence that fell over the Loreto Bay. It's so peaceful out of this island, but at times it's completely silent and beautiful. But for our family, it represented adventure and the unknown, from the crazy rainstorm that resulted at the end of the day to just the adventure of swimming and exploring a new place and having fun and jumping around as a family, to honestly the itinerary change that we had today. When we got back on the ship, we decided to go for a swim in the rain, and right when we were going for a swim, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, this incredible double rainbow appeared. And right when this rainbow appeared, this dramatic, big, beautiful rainbow, the captain was making that announcement that we had to unfortunately cancel our port stop in Puerto Vallarta because of a storm, a very serious storm, by the way. They're keeping us safe. They're keeping us out of harm's way. And there was like this feeling of brief disappointment mixed with gratitude and just being in the moment of all things cruise travel. So this is going to be our last vlog because this is our last port stop. Unfortunately, we're not going to be going to Puerto Vallarta. So I want to kind of just back up a little bit and tell you a little bit about some of the different videos that we've produced for this series. We have a pack with me video, a toiletry and makeup packing video, our embarkation day vlog, our Cabo San Lucas Wild Canyon vlog. So go back and check out that whole series and enjoy. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Loreto is such a unique port. If you ever get the chance to come here, You are truly lucky, and we again recommend that you select an excursion that allows you to explore a little bit, whether it's getting out on the land or getting out on the water, talking with the locals, and just seeing all the natural beauty and the wildlife. It's so worth it. Thanks for traveling with us. And until next time, friends, we'll see you on the high seas. Bye-bye.